What's going on, everybody? So it's almost time for the St. Jude Children's Hospital Kids for Kids Winter Ball. And unfortunately this year, we cannot have it in person at Oheka Castle. So what we're gonna do is, we're gonna do a 30-day level up challenge. I think it's time that we all come out of quarantine, create community, and make ourselves a little bit better along the way while always giving back to St. Jude Children's Hospital. So what we're gonna do here is, we're going to every single day for 30 days, we're going to drink a gallon of water, we're gonna eat very clean, we're gonna not have any alcohol, we're gonna do a 45-minute workout a day, and we're gonna read 10 pages of a book. So guys, this is all in support of an amazing cause for the children of St. Jude Children's Hospital, and we're gonna give back. So it's $50 to enter, there's gonna be tremendous amounts of value, prizes that you can win along the way, and obviously we're gonna continue to raise money for this cause. So we need your help. Please forward this video, get people involved, because you can do it from anywhere. Hope you guys will join. See you then. What's going on, guys? Today we're in New York City talking about the New York City restaurant scene, meeting with Ron, the owner of Bubbys, an amazing client of ours that we're excited to be working with and expanding in New York Metro. So hope you enjoyed the episode.
Did you catch that? My price still going up like NASDAQ. We send shots, make them duck like Affleck. All this fake news, can we bring the facts back? Never backtrack, still on the up and up. And nobody catching up to us. Every time we double down and we double up. So if we keep winning, can you really call it luck?
So we're back in New York City today, and we're meeting with our client, Ron, who owns Bubbys, an institution, an amazing restaurant that has been in New York City for the last 30 years in the same location. We're in Tribeca, and we'll be meeting with him today at the Tribeca location and talking a lot about what's been going on in the restaurant scene in New York City. Listen, we know that landlords are gonna be hurting a lot more in 21 than they are now. Like, you know, now there's a whole different kind of false reality going on, obviously, with like rent abatement and deferment and all that fun stuff. So it's gonna get a lot worse before it gets better, and I think that's when we'll have the real opportunities to take advantage.
So just for the record, I opened Bubbys here in 2 days.
What was it?
It was like a deli, basically.
How did you find this space? How did you come about it?
I was making pies here because I started it after I got fired from my job. I started a pie company and was selling my old job pies. And they were like buying pies for more than they were paying me to work there and make pies and cook.
Genius.
But I was just sort of baking pies here, and the guy who had the lease said I could open for 1 day to sell pie, which was the day before Thanksgiving, and then he was out of town for like 3 weeks, and we were just open, and he walked in and we were busy. And I was like, oh dude, sorry.
That's awesome.
Pop in instead of pop up, pop out.
I love it.
You just usurped him?
Oh no, he was trying to sell it.
Oh.
It wasn't a usurp, it was more like, instead of selling it, he just worked something out with me over time.
It's a great story.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing.
It is, especially, I'm sure, thinking back on how it all went down for you, you know? When you start something, like it takes on a life of its own, so it's...
Well, it really does.
Right? So it's
and there's so much community, and it's the best thing ever, really.
Community is like what everything's about.
100%.
Right?
I really believe that. I really do. And it really is a thing.
For sure. I think that's the major difference maker that will be even more important now moving forward.
Totally.
Awesome, brother. Thank you for everything. This is awesome. You never know what you're gonna find on a side street. And we just came out of a great meeting. just look at the architecture, look at the buildings. It's just I feel like I'm on a movie set. You're never gonna be able to take out New York City, ever. New York City just announced that they're gonna allow outdoor seating to be permanent. You can see here to the right, restaurant owners are building all different types of outdoor seating situations to make it as comfortable as possible for their patrons. It does raise a lot of issues about the structural integrity of these things that are being built. You know, obviously here you can see they're taking up a few parking stalls. You can see behind me here, you know, a little lesser quality build, if you will. I think that, you know, there's been a major shift to try to reduce vehicle traffic in New York City over the years, and this is another continuation of that. So it'll be interesting to see how the evolution of this continues over time. But excited to be working with Bubbys and rolling out their strategy throughout New York Metro. So as you can see here, you know, across the street, vacancy, right here, boarded up building. I actually looked at these spaces pre-COVID for a client, both of these spaces across the street. And as you can see, there's still a good amount of vacancy, but what's really a concern, I think, in the industry as a whole is as time goes on and the PPP loan money, the EIDL money, you know, all of the other things, the deferral of rent, the abatement of rent that tenants have been able to get over the last several months, as that stuff starts to run out, you're going to see a lot more businesses close for good. And I think it's going to be a major issue for New York City specifically because the rents are traditionally very high. When you're operating at a reduced capacity, it's very difficult to pay your rent, right? Pay the rent that you structured in a completely different world. So there's going to be a disparity between the landlords and what their needs are to pay their mortgages and what tenants can afford to pay. And every situation is going to be a different circumstance, right? So if that gap can't be bridged, there's going to be a lot more vacancy coming, especially I would say after the election, after the holidays, and into the new year. So a lot of folks are talking about how 21 is going to be substantially better, and I think everybody wants to remain hopeful, but the reality is that unfortunately it has to get worse before it could actually start getting better. The market is not, there is no market currently, right? You have landlords asking similar rents to what they were asking pre-COVID, and tenants that are not able to pay that. So as time goes on, the market will start to correct, vacancies will rise, and that is going to be a thing that really has an impact on the industry into 21 and even beyond. All right, so we're here in Tribeca and we're filming content. Cars are coming, doing what we do. Russie, you're gonna get hit. Russell, he doesn't care, sorry. So as you can see, obviously content creation is a huge part of what we do. And you know what, I want to take a moment to thank everybody for their support and the love of what we're doing at Sabre. And we're happy to add value to you guys too. If you're thinking about how to create content, what else to do, tips, tidbits, what to post them on, which platforms, how to create content that's native to the platforms, reach out to us, guys. You know how to find me.
It's fake news, can we bring the facts back? Never backtrack, still on the up and up. And nobody catching up to us. Every time we double down, then we double up.